Hello everyone, I am Nathaniel Sam here, and in today's video, we are going to build this shop right here into something magnificent and something that looks like the buildings that are right next to it, which are called the cow milkshakes and beef beef. So I don't know how all this is going to work out, but we got a water shop here, and there's currently no vendor in it. So we're going to fix that soon, but we're not going to do that now. Right now we're going to build. And while I'm deciding what I'm going to use, which I'm going to pick brick, let's talk about stuff. If you eat, if, ugh. If you are new to this channel, I am going to build every single ride in this big park. And for starters, we're going to build a small park. But in order to do that, I decided that the only way we're going to do that is to make bigger grounds by doing a custom scenario. So after I finish making the scenario, it's not going to be the whole park. We can upload that to the workshop, and then continuously can expand. So that's what I want to do with this. So what I've got going here is a shop, a water bottle shop for any thirsty guest that would like to have a drink in my park. I've got one in the pirate area as well, and I just started getting around to this one that I placed a while back, but decided now that it needed to be an upgrade and have a building to its own self. So I've been we're gonna do that in this episode, and in the meantime, you can watch the music and have some peaceful downtime, I guess. Right now, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with what to say. Okay? Don't blame me because that's just me. So while I'm doing this, I just need to get out and get myself out there. And so, second of all, so that you can enjoy what I make, at least. Because while I'm speaking, that doesn't really sound very appealing, as you might already know. But if you ignore me and just focus on what I'm making, it'll all fit together. Okay? So, what I want to talk about today in this video, besides what I'm making, is that I guess life in general is rough. It's very rough. And I don't know about you, but when you trying to grow, but things are restricting you from growing, it kind of gets a bit frustrating. Frustrating and disappointing at some times. And as I try to navigate through all this, people tend to see me as just a somebody, I guess. Not really anything special. That or at least that's how I view myself, at least. So having a little bit of ADHD and a disability, I'll have to work with that. As I guess it's all time for you to know that I do have a disability of some degree, and it heavily impacts my ability to communicate, as you probably see through the rest of my videos. But I feel like once I start ranting on about something, it goes a little bit smoother than when I first start to talk. But nonetheless, it's still choppy, still very choppy. So we're putting down some pillars here, and while I get the pillars down, while I get the pillars down and sort it out, it's going to look nice. Believe me, it will look nice at the end. This building. But if you do have any suggestions that I could add on to it, please leave down in the comments what would look better in your opinion, and overall in the park in general. As I'm still navigating this game, as like I said, I was navigating life, and while I navigate life, it's kind of like this game as well. I don't know all the best techniques, and I am learning all of what I need to know day by day, and even maybe not learn, but sometimes stumble a bit while I'm trying to build something what I'm trying to replicate or make, but that's okay. As you can see here, I was putting down pillars, and then I had the thought that I wonder if they would look better if they had concrete underneath. So I wanted to make that right, so I deleted all those pillars and tried to make a new piece, like I was doing here. So I could use that So it wouldn't be so time consuming because that is, I guess, one of the, I don't know, do you consider it a downside or is it a plus for this game? I think it goes either way because if you're constantly building something and then you have another idea on how to do it, so you have to take everything down and rebuild it again, that will be, that is in itself a very tedious task, but I did it. And at the same time, when you already know what you need to build, it's a very, very quick process. Even not like me, which I don't know what I'm going to build yet at the daytime, because how I build is I have an idea in my head, see if it looks nice, and if it does look nice, I try to build it. Or I shouldn't say that. To be honest, that's not how I build. That's not how I navigate this game at all. That's just what I said. So, to be honest, it kind of the way that some people think, but not all, that you start off with a few pieces, and it's kind of like drawing. You don't know what you're going to draw until you draw it. So, like, I've placed down a few pieces. I have a vague idea what I'm going for, but not completely all that detailed and all that stuff. I just have a vague idea what I'm going for. I know I wanted to use bricks, so I use that. But everything else kind of fell into place right here. So I thought a trim might look nice, so I decided to go with a wood trim. I don't know if I kept that, maybe I didn't, but that time I thought it would look nice. But as I was saying, the process of which I go through things is very different from you guys, I assume. Very, very different. So if you don't mind that it might be different from all the other streamers and YouTubers out there. Yeah. I don't even know if I am a YouTuber, but yeah, it's a small channel, but here we can hang out and talk. So, tell me your story. We can save that for a different episode once I have the whole story through my head. Okay, so now I guess we could just watch the build. Sorry if I'm breathing too hard, but that's my microphone, and if somebody can tell me how to fix that, I'll be glad to gladly fix that because I am not the most technical person out there. Far from it, actually. I just had a microphone, decided to use it, and I have no idea how to. I have no idea. Well, I shouldn't say that. I know somewhat how it works, but to do all that other stuff with the microphone and prepping it, I do not know how to do that. Probably I should have known how to do that before I make videos, but it's just me. Okay? Right? You understand that, right? I hope you do. Because my situation is I don't know stuff that I should know while making videos. You know, this stuff It feels that if I'm just lost. I'm lost. Okay? And if you're lost, what do you think might happen if, I don't know, where was I going with this? Yet, I was talking about uh, ADHD is hard. It's hard. Sorry. But I don't want to complain about my ADHD problem right now and some other problems that I have already that I can't deal with. So enough complaining about that. You know what would be fun though is if I had a script that I wrote and I could read it while I'm making videos. By watching me build, I could read the script so you wouldn't have to hear me stutter all the time. And not just a script of what to say. I'm not talking about that kind of script. I'm talking about like I don't know, story. I don't know if you want to see a story, but I haven't written much story myself, but I'm a good writer for all what I could tell. Like when I write more than I speak probably, so I probably know more than what to say on front. So going back to this idea, the story, how about every video, every episode, I write a script. The script will be about a story. It might be about whatever, home life, life in general, life way back when, or it doesn't even have to be about life. It can be about, I don't know, fiction and fantasy. If you like it to be about fantasy, then leave a like. Even if you don't want to leave a like, I would appreciate it. But a short fantasy story to go along with the part. You see, I have all these ideas, but I have very trouble. I have very limited, limited what? Limited what? I have limited. I know I have limited something. I don't have that at the top of my head right now. And you're probably laughing, as what you have for limited is that you have no, is that I have very, very bad communication skills. But I don't think that's a problem because I think too hard. I think too hard of what I want to say, and then I don't say it, or I don't know what to say. I think even harder. That's a problem. I keep thinking, thinking, and thinking. So now that you know a little bit about me, probably I could have said that, but now that you do know, hopefully you understand what I'm going through. Now, why am I making these videos? Well, as I said before, I want to get out there. I want to grow a channel. But am I doing the right thing? Making gaming content? I don't know. Probably not. But do I like it? Yeah, maybe. We'll see how this goes. after I did Boom Beach for about 2 years, it went kind of well, but not really. Okay. As well, I stopped. I keep stuttering. Sorry. It's just Boom Week. I don't know what content I can make other than worship. I'm not that kind of guy that gives out information, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not that guy that says, do this, 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 and this. I'm not, I'm not like that. And I'm also not the guy that is very emotional about stuff, if you know what I mean. I have a very monotone voice, and I need to fix that. But for now, you just deal with it, okay? And as you can see, this building is coming together quite nicely as I'm looking back to it now. But it doesn't still quite fit the vibe of the right building, which has a cosmic cow head on it. It's adorable, isn't it? It looks like a goat. Yeah, cosmic cow got turned into a goat. I'm sorry. Anyway, this building here is almost done, and also is the video. But what do I want to wrap up with? If you do want to see more of my videos and want to, I guess, see how this park is doing in the future, please subscribe. Even if you know I speak terribly at the moment, I need to work on that badly. And I guess another thing too is that the motivation to be good at what I'm doing. Because right now, to be good, it's not looking great at all. Actually, I don't know if it's because I have no motivation or what. It's probably to do with motivation, but other issues that I talked about with beat and me trying to get information out that's in my head, or not really in my head, but it's coming to my head, my mind, but isn't quite there yet. I don't know the thing in between those moments, so I just stutter, and like I don't know how to fix the and go, I don't know how to go around that. So if you please understand my situation, I do like to be out in the community, but I have a disability, and I guess you know what that is, right? It's not just ADHD. I'm just gonna say that. It's, well, yeah, it's not just ADHD. So as I wrap up, I forgot. Do I put windows on it? I don't. Doesn't matter. I could do that later. But for now, the building is I think done. Okay, and this is what the park looks like at the moment. Next episode, we're gonna be working on this ride, which will be kind of like a factory, kind of. A factory, kind of like those buildings over there. And this is my recreation of Luigi's Mansion that I made. And it could do some work as well. Sorry, I hiccuped. But So I don't know if I want to keep it or not. I probably will demolish it at some point once the park is big enough, but for now I'll keep it. It's too big for a blueprint, so I can't make it a blueprint and all that stuff because it's like 5,000 pieces. But yeah, as this is, I'll consider this